Hello, my lovelies. I hope you're well and you've had a good week. I have been a bit sicky-poorly this week, so apologies if I sound a bit nasally or a bit kind of under the weather, but I feel fine. It just sounds a bit bad at the moment. But it's also had a bit of an effect on my budget, but in a good way, because I've basically been nowhere and done anything. So obviously, for those of you who follow regularly and welcome along, it's lovely to see you again. I've been on a no spend September, which technically finishes today because it's the 30th of September, but I'm going to roll forward for the rest of my September budget, which finishes next week. So this is week 4 for me of cash stuffing. So it's a very pared back budget for today, but overall no spend September has been such a good thing for me, really good in kind of resetting, I guess, some of the habits I'd got into and how much I was spending on different things, and something I'm definitely going to carry on for October, but I'll talk to you about that in my October budget. So today is to cash out week 3 and to stuff for week 4. I'm just going to pop this over here. So this is my day-to-day binder, and I have got, amazingly, money left over. So I've got 15 left from my food budget. So what I'm going to do is just pop that to one side and we'll deal with that in a moment. I've got nothing left in fuel. I topped up my car with the remaining fuel budget. But the good news is now prices are coming down a bit and I'm kind of settled into a regular pattern of travel and stuff. £100 seems to be enough for me. So that will help for next month's budget. And at one point I was stuffing like 120. But I think down to 100 is going to be about right for me. Self-care still got 20. And I'm going to leave that in there for now. I actually tapped into it, not for self-care, so I've not had a massage or anything this month, but I did use it to top up some of my fitness, because I pay for boxing and swimming and stuff, and I used it to part pay for that. So as far as I'm concerned, a good kind of self-care, but maybe next month I'll think about amalgamating that. Social has got 4 left over, so what I'm going to do is pop that over here with the other 15. Nothing left in miscellaneous, nothing in spends, and giving's got nothing. I gave to someone who's doing the marathon, and then fitness has got 12. So I'm going to leave the money in fitness because I need to pay for boxing next week, but that's fine. And then I'm going to leave that 20 in self-care just in case I need anything else. But what I'm going to do for now is this 15 that's left over from food, I'm going to pop into my treats sinking fund, which has got 5 in it already, and this is just basically where I put extra money from my week to week cash stuffing, and then basically I can save up and use it for a treat as and when I want. So that can be something small or something big, but it just gives me a bit of extra fun money that's come out of the rest of my budget, if that makes sense. So that is that for sinking funds. And then with this 4, I also have £1 that was a rollover from a prior week medical milk bottle. So that's a £5. So that means that I can fill in this with that. So I can cross off another 5. And this is starting to, I mean, I'm not going to complete it for Christmas, but I think I'll probably break into it at Christmas maybe and do it then. I worked out, was it £187 if I could complete it all. So if I just excuse the colouring and the pen, I know it's not ideal, but hey, I've almost done one row, so that's fine. So right, that's a £5 in there then, so that'll help. So between that and then the money that I'm saving in my penny jar and also on the Jam Donut app, which I'll talk about in a moment, has been really helpful. So I think I'm going to have a good £200-300 extra at Christmas, although I also have a Christmas sinking fund, so it's just going to make that really comfortable. So today I'm going to stuff 120, so 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, that's only 100, bear with me, I'll just go and get the other 20. So those of you who watch regularly know that I always miscount the cash, so that is no surprise. So it should be 120 now, so pop an extra 20 in there. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and then 3 20s is 120. So I think with the no spend September, I've probably saved over £500 easily, and I've got to be honest, I haven't really noticed it. And I know September was going to be quieter for me, like less social, which I think's made a massive difference. but it's good for me to reset, and I think I'm going to do no spend November as well, so just before Christmas, making sure that kind of I'm on top of everything, because I just think it's a really helpful exercise. I'm going to give myself off a month for October, but I'm going to rework my budget so that I'm spending less than I usually would. So my variable funds on a 5-week month, which is kind of what October will be for me, usually kind of around £1,200 to £1,400, but I think I'm going to try and reduce that down to around 1,000, just to save that extra money, and also see where we get to. So I've got 100 going into food, so 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And what I do is I use the Jam Donut app, which I found on another budgeting channel. So thank you so much for whoever left it in their description. So it's basically an app where you buy gift vouchers for retailers. So Sainsbury's, where I do my food shop, is on there, as is loads of other restaurants and shops. And what I do is purchase a gift card. I get cash back immediately on that gift card, and then I use that gift card to do my weekly shop, or any top-up shops in the week. And it's handy for me for a couple of reasons. So firstly, if you pay through your bank, you get 3.95% cash back. And then also, if it kind of acts as a bit of a artificial, I guess, like boundary on your spending, because obviously once the gift card's gone, the gift card is gone, and you're much more conscious of it, or I certainly am, compared to like paying with cash or paying with another kind of method. So I do 70 onto the gift card, and then 30 I leave in cash for like either a takeaway, or if I'm happen to be somewhere else I need something, so I do it that way, and that seems to be working quite well. So I'm going to keep up with that. Maybe for October what I'll do is front load. Instead of doing it every week, I might just buy, so 5 weeks would be £350. I might just buy that at the beginning of the month and then stuff the extra amount. I think that might be what I would do for top-up shops. So I've left a link in the description if you want to check it out. If you click and use my code, then I get 400 points, and you get some points as well. Have a check out. I'm really impressed with it. I think it's brilliant, and I wish I'd found out about it ages ago. It's a really easy way of getting cash back. I used to use Quidco back in the day, but you used to have to wait months, and it was all like really difficult, whereas this is like instantaneous, so I really like that. Okay, fuel is getting nothing. I mean, this is going to be quick because nothing's getting anything really. Self-care is getting nothing. Social is getting nothing. Miscellaneous is getting 10, and I tend to use this on stuff like stuff for the house or stuff cleaning, and then I'm going to put £10 into giving, because I think even though I'm doing no spend month, it's nice to be able to have that cash to give to others and good causes, like when I see it. So that is my cash stuff for this week. Week 4 of No Spend September, and I just think it's been so good, and I totally appreciate it comes from a point of privilege, and I'm lucky to be able to have the ability to choose to do that. And I know loads of people are really struggling at the moment, and I really feel for you. I think it's, we'll see what happens with cost of living and expenses and stuff, so we will see there. And then I think it's also made me more conscious, because potentially we might be moving, so no spend September, the only thing I have bought is potentially a house, but quite an expensive purchase, but it's early days, and obviously the mortgages are all over the place at the moment, interest rates, so we're just working out whether or not it's actually going to happen, and whether or not we will move, but if we do, my bills will go up significantly. And so I think what No Spend September's been good for is just getting me used to perhaps a situation where I don't have as much free cash, and I don't have as much kind of flowing around the system, to kind of really focus on if that's what I want, but also how I can realign and still get my goals and stuff. So really pleased with that so far. So there, that's it. Right, apologies, that was a really short one today, but when you haven't got a lot of cash, it's a bit quickie, even though I did count out the wrong amount of cash to start with. So I hope you have a good week. My next video will be my October budget, which I've reworked with some of the stuff I've learned from September. And then I can't believe we've only got a couple more budgets until Christmas. Like, this year has just gone so crazy. But I hope you have had a good week. I hope you're okay, and I'll speak to you soon.